Well, hello and welcome. This is your host Eric of GMODISM channel. We're here with the Gimle battles, the Gimle tournament that is. The Gimle is absent from these so far. Well, in any case, here we have the hydrofoil war canoe by Borderwise. If you don't know who Borderwise is, Google Borderwise from the depth and you'll have another awesome channel that you must absolutely watch. The hydrofoil war canoe was submitted in different iterations, and the Mark II, the latest and would-be greatest war canoe, did actually lose against the Gimle. So we already seen that in the losers bracket of like the losers from the Gimle battled each other and the best of them got to get to the winners bracket. But that's already done. See those videos if you haven't. And if you're new here, the Gimle tournament, this is a 2.2 or less cost battleship tournaments with some rules we set up. So we have really big battleships battling each other, and all of them adhere to a set of rules that makes it a bit more fair, but not being too many rules, as well as making it lag much less than it would have to do. A lot of people think that block counts is the laggiest thing. No, it's water pumps. So water pumps are banned. That's why we have many hydrofoil designs here. In any case, Borderwise's hydrofoil war canoe, this is the version 1.5 I believe, and that actually won and defeated the Gimle. It has a total firepower of 1.4k, being an even split between APS and cram cannons. The armor is 39%. We should do a left and right cut just to see, so you can see it along here. Looking nice, having some good spread out designs there. We got a beautiful little art room where Borderwise shows off his art. And if we're checking a little cross section of the war canoe, you can see it's a two-sider, so it can use both sides. It does have really thick metal and wood armor slab here, so it's pretty well protected. However, even though we have one layer of heavy armor there, we don't have a real air gap, so we should be a bit weak to impact and plasma damage types. Also, if we have armor piercing secondary heat, that could potentially deal insane damage as well. In any case, we should be checking out the loadout a bit. We got some APS cannons with the exotic 377mm shells, going at a quite decent speed of 1144 meters per second. If you see the intakes here, we have a mix of ammos. So we have armor piercing heat, frag. So this has a shell that should be quite good actually at defeating this particular design, even though it can be a good idea to have some heavy, like to have some high explosive shells behind the heat charge. But well, it's pretty high caliber. So you can see here at the heat here that it still deals significant damage to unarmored systems there. Well, in any case, above that we also have this one. As said, it is a armor piercing high explosive with a little bit of heat in the end as well. We got some disruptor conduit shells. We got some diff flak guns, of course, and we got a crazy sabot slug that should be able to penetrate anything and has a, well, armor piercing value of only 69? Is the railroad really accurate here? Well, in any case, the different guns have some different shells there and they will do a lot of damage, as the Gimle can testify to. And the two front guns are cram. As you can see here, this cram cannon has a shell health of 184,000. That's a lot. And they will not be easily shot down by any type of civs. Frag, of course, very neat. And this being the first losers bracket here, that means that both the Drakenslang on 1.5 actually lost its first battle in this tournament against the Diamondback by Mr. Panda. Now we should be lifting up this airship before, okay, we pause the game to avoid a collision. it will be facing this. This is the Flaming Hammer by Imp. Imp submitted a lot of designs which were successful. The Imp's Flaming Hammer did, however, lose against the Imp's Terrorant. So he submitted a lot of designs. The Flaming Hammer is, as you may suspect, a flamer craft. It has a firepower of 2.6k, with it being surprisingly mostly missiles. Really? We have some APS, some cramps and some particle cannons, and then we have flamethrowers. The armor cost is surprisingly only 9.8%. Really? Well, apparently. I guess it being a frontsider, it has just a little bit of armor where it has to have. So we got some really expensive like armor blocks. We got the 7-meter ducts there, and we got a little exterior detonation shield. But I suppose that the armor is really put on the right spots. So we have the we have like the engine even armoring the front part. Then we have really thin crust on all other sides. It's of course really fast, gets in close and does some barbecue action. It is a flamer, but we can check out the APS here. We got some flak here, so trying to deal with the incoming cram shells it will do, and I think it's pretty successful at that. And the missile firepower, I don't think the missiles are really scary, to be honest. If I recall correctly, they are all there for harpooning. If I can find where the missiles shoot from, here they are. So they actually have frag warheads, okay, that makes sense, but they are, well, they are not, these are not harpoons. Where are the harpoons? Okay, so we have a lot of side shot missiles here. I thought those were the harpoons, but they are not indeed. Here we have single pixel air seeker with EMP, explosive and incendiary. Okay, so this is more of a... Oh, there they are. There they are. Cable drum, here you can see the harpoons. They are up there. I thought all the missiles were harpoons, but that's just my memory. Let's get into the battle and see if the ISF Flaming Hammer or the Drakenslang 1.5 will be leaving this tournament for good, and which one will go through and have a chance at winning. Little intersection. Don't forget to like the video if you are enjoying it, and check out GMODISM.com to find all the support options and all our content and all that stuff. In any case, let's continue with the video to see this little battle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the battle. It's gonna be quite tense. So, the ISF Flaming Hammer is closing in. Very scarily. Like we can't take these seriously. Anyways, we're closing in on the Drakenslang with those tentacles. Torpedoes. And this is a scary battle, because the Drakenslang, by border-wise, or the ISF Flaming Hammer by Imp, will be leaving the tournament after this best of 3 battle. They have both been eliminated in combat, and the weaker design will of course not continue in this tournament if it loses this battle here. The ISF Flaming Hammer and the Drakenslang Hydrofoil War Canoe were able to defeat the Gimle. The Drakenslang that did defeat the Gimle is a version 1.5. So it's between version 1 and version 2. Version 1 and 2 did not beat it, but for some weird reason the middle half point 1 did. So that is very interesting. The Drakenslang version 2, I think, battled in the losers bracket but did not go through as one of the 3 top positions. Oh my, The ISF flaming hammers, flamers are getting contact. Oh, I do not want to be a Drakenslang right now because I think we are having Draken stew. Look at that. The flaming hammer is absolutely brutal. I know, the Gimle has met it. This is a scary thing. They are both at the same health percentage, so we'll see who is more resilient. The ISF flaming hammer is of course great at staying behind the ship, and that's how it defeated the Gimle. It could stay behind the Gimle. It can't stay behind the Drakenslang. The Drakenslang is much more quick and maneuverable and will be much... Oh! It's doing weird maneuvers. Is it broken? Or is it smart? It looks broken. Ladies and gentlemen, the flaming hammer may be very broken. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe not. Or maybe it is. I don't know. No, I don't think it is. I think it's going for another bombing run, basically. Oh my, here comes the flamers. Ah. The Drakenslang is actually still in the lead here. But that wooden deck and those flamers. Let's see if the Drakenslang can snipe some of those systems there, because one thing is very sure. Imp has a lot of designs in this tournament, and it would be fun to have the Drakenslang remain. We'll see, however. The results will be the results. Flaming Hammer is behind in health, but I know how resilient that thing is. Kinda think the Flaming Hammer is gonna win anyways, but we'll see. Oh no! The front turrets of the Drakenslang cannot shoot at it. Oh no, the Flaming Hammer managed to lock on behind the Drakenslang. We are having a very non-consensual barbecue party right now. Oh, look at that, it doesn't reach, the flamers don't reach here. This is a bit too tense. Now, the rail assist guns here, I think they're rail assist, right? I don't remember now, we just looked at it, but whatever. They are pounding on here. The Drakenslang is at 85% and the Flaming Hammer is at 78. The Drakenslang 1.5 has a good chance of winning. Border-wise, will you beat Imps? Scary design. Looks like the Flaming Hammer is ticking down in health there. Those APS cannons are certainly delivering some damage. Look at that thing. We have entered so deep in the innards, I can't understand how this thing even flies anymore. Well, Imp is a master of redundant designs. A glory to see indeed. 66 versus 83. The Drakenslang Hydrofoil War Canoe. It looks like it's gonna turn out the victorious design for the first battle. Well, we'll give it a few more minutes here. We need to make it reach the despawn territory before we can decide any battle outcome. But as we can see, the Flaming Hammer, we asked before, how does it even stay afloat? And the question is right now, it kinda doesn't. A few more shots and it will be sinking anyways. And that will mean it collects penalty points. But 5% away from despawning. Look at that damage. It's still sending missiles, even though we can't reach it with the flamers. It's still sending scary missiles. Wow, this is definitely one of the more tense battles if we ever seen one here. Flaming Hammer is indeed... Yeah, it's 2% left. I don't know what we can say. Congratulations to Borderwise for winning the first round. If Borderwise managed to win the next round, well, then the Flaming Hammer is eliminated from the tournament. If not, it's up to the third battle. But we'll see. Results collected. Flaming Hammer despawning. Alright, we have spawned for round 2. We're gonna stay here. Oh, I set it. Well, there we go. The Drakenslang is of course the one that's supposed to be in the water, and the Flaming Hammer is the one that's supposed to be in the air. So we're back to the right order. Let us check out how the Drakenslang is doing here in early battle. Not able to deal or shoot down those cram shells coming in there in early battle. It's so hard to see the difference between like the lambs from Borderwise compared to the what is it called, the harpoon cables, because they're both like black lines. Oh well, they come from above and they'll attach here. Look at that, the lambs are desperately trying to shoot down those cables. Do we have any cables attached yet? We do not. The Drakenslang is able to hold the Flaming Hammer at a distance. Quite impressive indeed. 97% versus 98%. How will the battle develop? Oh, do we have cables attaching here? Look at that. Look at that. Or is that the lambs? That's lambs. Do we have cables attaching yet? I think we do. I think I see a cable here. Oh, bam. The Flaming Hammer is coming in here with its big fist of flames, doing its non-consensual barbecue party. In any case, hydrofoils are really susceptible to fire because they're above water. They don't get any fire protection from the water, and being fast also makes it fan the flames, making the flames burn even hotter and faster, basically providing, like, it fans the flames. That's how it works. Oh. Oh no, this cram cannon. That's not the cram cannon, that's the APS cannon. No, that's the cram cannon, right? Yeah, that's the cram cannon. It's a pile of lava right now. Don't want to sit in this turret. It's hot in the wrong way. Flaming Hammer has caught the upper hand this time. It may well be up to the last battle. Look at those flames barbecuing off here. If this... Oh, there's so few blocks here. Ah, the back portion is disconnected. The Drakenslang rear propulsion is gone. It basically has no aft anymore. The Flaming Hammer managed to attach itself to the rear part of the Drakenslang and barbecuing him away. Well, It also did not get shot by the APS cannon there for a long time. And I'm pretty sure that the APS cannon is what's gonna deal more damage to the flaming hammer, because the flaming hammer obviously has some really good defenses to shoot down incoming crams and stuff like that. We'll see though, the flaming hammer is at 95%. That is a lead to be noted. 80%, it's not looking good for Drakenslang this second battle here. Oh, it's losing blocks. The fires are spreading. Will the poor Drak be sent to obscurity from this tournament? Well, it at least has the emotional support of being the latest and greatest battleship as of this recording, from Borderwise, one of the largest from the depth YouTubers. So, you know, it won't be sent to obscurity, so that's a good thing, but it will be eliminated if it doesn't win the next battle. Like the flaming hammer, of course I wanna see more of the flaming hammer. It's a super cool design. It's just that Imp has submitted, was it like 7 designs or something? So I feel that like Borderwise obviously has one ship in this tourney. It's only the Drakenslang. And it's kind of conscripted too. Yeah, anyways. The flaming hammer is a cool design, but Imp has so many other designs. It's almost like I'm rooting for some of Imp's design to be eliminated, because then we have a larger array of contestants. And that's true for the other people who sent in many designs as well. But of course, Imp has exceeded the submission limit more than anyone a lot. Or not exceeded the submission limit. There was no submission limit. So I can't say that. Has exceeded any reasonable expectations of how many battleships that are really good and actually defeat and win that anyone would suspect, more like. Yeah, because Imp's designs, like all of them except the Rollo, got to the winner's bracket directly. It's insane. Imp is a really good builder. Drakenslang, 58%, yes. Well darn. It's gonna be up to the third battle. Who's gonna be the winner here? This is 2/10. Congratulations, Imp. The flaming hammer has been barbecuing all day long. Well, let's wait for those last 2, 1, 0. Okay, let's go to the next battle. The deciding battle. This is real fun. It was so long time ago we had a battle that's actually had to be decided by the like third battle. So I'm hyped for this one. Wow. We're gonna see how this battle commences here. The flaming hammer is coming in here. Ooh, look at that. It's trying to get close, but it just, man. 2/10, 2/10. Okay, let's see here. I don't even dare to watch this battle. Drakenslang is in the lead as always. Man, those burst flags are real scary. Really take out those cram shells there. Quite the damage. Impressive. Burst flag. That's some cool stuff. Okay, now we are getting back here. The Drakenslang really needs to maneuver to get the flaming hammer off its rear, re-engage those APS cannon and just pound into the center here to have any chance. will have contact with the flamers in any second now. This is not gonna be a nice barbecue. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are barbecuing the side here. Pretty hardcore stuff. And the like flame damage lingers too. That's what's really scary about it. Oh, what are you doing? Are you like gliding off? Oh, of course you are. Because the Drakenslang is desperately trying to escape. But you have probably attached yourself with 100 of harpoons by now. So of course you're just drifting around. Man, makes me remind of our tank tournament we had a good while ago. If you've seen that, that was some crazy stuff. We had a Tokyo drifter with the harpoons and cram cannons just drifting around the enemies, spinning around them and just, you know, killing them. That was good. That was cool. I think it was Jono's design. Jono 1928's. Don't remember the name of it. Jono, if you're watching this, remind me of your glorious tank. Drakenslang 95% and the flaming hammer is at 80%. Bam, we got a real bad hit there. Look at that. Look at that. The Drakenslang has managed to hit the sweet spots on the flaming hammer, I believe. The Drakenslang has serious chances of taking this victory home. The flaming hammer is a lot behind here in health now. That is very, very interesting indeed. Man. That is very interesting indeed. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it gets to this angle again. Look at that, 74%, but the APS cannons can't engage it. The flamers won't really reach it either. Well, I bet the Drakenslang is really happy for being quick. Now, however, the APS cannons are getting a lock on again, so... It's probably gonna be a win for Borderwise's Drakenslang. Look at that. The flaming hammer. It's a cool design. It is a really cool design. But it is probably going to be eliminated from this tournament now. I'm sorry, Imp. It seems to be the case. We'll see though, we have a few percentages left of the flaming hammer here. It could of course potentially change things around, but it seems that the Civ's systems dealing with those cram shells are not really online anymore. Ooh, the flamers are sputtering. I think it's getting low on engine power. Oh yeah, look at that. The engine power is super sad. The flamers reach so short now. And that's probably due to loss of engine power. 59.4%. There we have it indeed. Well, I just want to say big thanks to all the commissioned officers in the army of GMODISM as of recording this. Commodore Owen, Captain Shuro, Commander Ben Wilkie, Commander Delphin. Can I say Delphin? It sounds like DLFN. It's like you remove the it sounds like Delphin when you say it. Anyways, Lieutenant Anto, Lieutenant Cravey, Flauros Dagon, Josef Ishovsky, Power by Greed, Vincent Veritas, Rick Perel, and Scuba Rocks. Also, of course, to all our cadets and the Ecclesiarchy of GMODISM, and you've seen this video in early access. Probably. You did. You must have did. Yeah, you must have. You must have. I should have been able to upload it a few weeks early, actually. Anyways, huge thanks for watching. This has been our first losers bracket there. So yeah, let's talk a bit on the end screen. Anyways, big congratulations to Borderwise. Flaming Hammer will not be forgotten though. Amazing design. Well, there we have it. The Drakenslang War Canoe versus the ISF Flaming Hammer by Imp. And Drakenslang is from Borderwise, if you missed that completely. Borderwise is a YouTube creator as well, and he makes some great videos, and you should be checking him out right now. When you've done that, you should check out the GMODISM channel, where I got some extra from the depth content. And other than that, see of course GMODISM.com for all our free resources, the support options, and all our content. In any case, this is your host Eric, and I'm signing out.